Hi everyone, it's Ray again from Ray Life Coaching here at Middle River Yoga Studio in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. Thank you for joining me once again for meditation. And as you know, I start off with a little talk and then do a meditation for about 15 to 20 some odd minutes. And then if the camera doesn't shut off on me, then I may say something at the end. But today, I wanted to start off with sharing with you some opportunities coming your way in September. September, I will be sharing with you my confidence toolkit, and it goes over what confidence means. And I think I approach confidence a little differently than maybe most. I'm looking at it in a feminine energy way, and meaning what's different about feminine energy and masculine energy. And this is for women, men, whatever gender you want to be at this moment, whatever feels right to you. We all have these energies. So it approaches confidence in an internal way, in a receiving way. And so I'm just going to go over quickly what you will learn and see. You're going to get one introduction clip that's completely free, the entire clip. It's going to be probably about half an hour to an hour long, and it's going to just be about what this whole package you can get for free online, digital, and you can just go to raylifecoaching.com/free-resources, and you'll see this image, and as well as my Magnetic Smile Guide to Connection free packet as well. So this image is the Confidence Toolkit. And so that video will be for free. It will be on YouTube, and I will be posting it as many places as I possibly can, which introduces my workshops. Then you will get snippets of each workshop, parts of the workshop that I think are like, whoa. And so there are 7 workshops for each tool. And let me just tell you what the tools are. And they sound really simplistic, but I go into a lot with them. So take inventory. So starting off, getting that foundation going. Affirmation, how we speak to ourselves, how we use words, and how important that is. Containerizing. This is the structure around everything that holds and helps us define our boundaries, and also allows us to then do our number 4, which is care package, to self-care, and how to discover what self-care really means and how to tap into that so that we can make really good decisions. Number 5 is ritual, how to bring the spirit and the mystical and the surprise and excitement for life into every day and into what you're doing in order to manifest something into your life. And remember why. What's important to you? What do you bring into every moment? And what do you wish you brought into every moment? And how to use that to also build yourself up, feel confident in what you're doing. And then the last one is visualize. And we do that almost every time I do a meditation, so you'll be a little bit aware of what that looks like. But when you go to raylifecoaching.com, you will see, and if you sign up for the toolkit, you'll see that you will get a visualization right away with this toolkit. You'll get a meditation, visualization, and journal prompts, as well as a guided video on how to use this stuff. And then if you need more help, well, that's where the workshops come in. And that, I think I'm going to have a price range of, I'm still toying with this, probably about $27 to $57 range. So you'll see that on my website. And I'll be gradually bringing them up into September. And so you'll see them gradually go on in YouTube in September. And just a notice, these meditations will end in end of August. And I'm not quite sure to what degree I'll be doing the recordings of meditations. That might be more just like whatever feels good to me at that time. But you will be seeing a whole bunch of other things that are free and fun and very informative. So I hope you enjoy that. And most likely the other things will include meditations, but I will put, an excerpt as to where that meditation lies in the video so that you can go straight to it if that's something that you wish for. Okay, wow. So today, there's so much going on this week. I don't know if you look at the skies or astrology, but full moon, blue moon on the 30th to 31st, and it is in Pisces, and I have a rising in Pisces. So any part of your chart where Pisces lies is where you want to look. Saturn is also in Pisces, so that's an interesting place. Pisces is very, it's the ocean, right? It's all of the signs combined. It's the end of the zodiac, and so it encompasses all of that. It also has a little Jupiter and Neptune. So Jupiter's the largest planet, and Neptune is this dream world. So it encompasses all of that. So notice your dreams, please write them down. I noticed last night, I woke up and was like, had some emotions. Pisces is very emotional. It's also water, right? So the ocean, and it goes in whatever direction it likes. And it permeates all. It is very forceful. It's very deep. It does know all, right? The ocean has mysteries, has a lot of mysteries. So that part of it is what we're going to experience in the moon, and that the ascendant is really important in this. So wherever your ascendant is in your chart, that also plays the key. I'm not an astrologer, I'm not a certified astrologer, but I was listening to, I'm going to remember names. Names are like fleeting with me sometimes. So Channing Tatum on Spotify. And oh wow, listen to her this week's podcast because it is pretty telling. And I am doing something on the full moon that will open me up, hopefully, and probably address the Saturn. So that is, Saturn is the father. It is the ruler. It is the person or thing that, it's the barrier. It's that big climb, those steps you have to do. And it's like, no, in order to get there, you have to do these things. And it's the test. But with Pisces, can get through almost anything. As you know, oceans are strong and they last the test of time. So using that, dreams are nebulous and able to kind of shift reality in order to see things differently. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for you. Pay attention to any huge shifts that may, or even just really small sea fidges of water getting through the cracks, and kind of, they may not open it up wide yet, but they may as time goes on. So just notice this weekend because Venus is not going, it's going to stop retrograde and go direct on, I think it's Sunday into Monday. Excuse me. And so that in itself is what you love and is starting to move forward. So anything that you've learned from the retrograde in Leo now is going to Virgo, and it is opening us up to the details related to what we love and how we can make minute steps toward that place. It's a lot like, it's the smaller version almost of Saturn, in that we are now taking what we got from the moon, the lessons of the moon, into now the next week, and learning and using that learning to do those small steps toward Saturn. Saturn's going to be in Pisces for the next, I think, 2 to 3 years. So we've got time, and there's going to be another full moon in Pisces in between that time. So we got time to build that structure. And you'll listen to Tatum. Sorry. It's a great name. I love it. And listen to that podcast, because it really talks about having that dream and creating that container, and what you need to do to create that container. I think is that container is like what you love, like how you want to be presented to get what you love into your life. And so that those steps in creating that container are Virgoian, really. I mean, they're Virgoian Virgoian steps in Venus, the love principle and the attraction principle. And Taurus, also Venus, is a Taurian, also a Taurian and Libra planet. And so they're very earth-bound, and I think Libra is actually an air sign. So it's kind of no, it's actually not it's an air sign. And Virgo is an earth sign. So there's a lot of like manifestation to earth, but also the air. And Libra, there's a lot going on in the sky. Libra is now south node right now, and Aries is in north node. So we're coming from this place of words and thoughts, and so this is just really, really interesting. I'm just so excited. So why am I talking about this? Really, why am I talking about this? So I realized that all of us are going through something really big. We are. Venus is about what we love, but it's also about the feminine principle. It's also about changing the way we do things. The patriarchy is really the masculine, like a full-blown masculine principle, in a way that's, all the way over here. And I think we may see the feminine principle all the way over here in a way that's like, okay, we're new to it. So yes, we're gonna go really strong. It's like a child who just learned something or can get out of doing this and wants to do this full blown, totally opposite. So we may see that, but it is an exploration toward that direction and to create a balance. And you will notice that the earth is crying for it. Our animals around us are crying for it. We are crying for it. We are crying and asking for this natural principle to be balanced, and for our inner world to match our outer world, so that we can change the way we do things in this world in action. So I want you to think about the things, or one thing particularly, that you wish for in this full moon to change, to turn into, or just to ask for something that you might not know yet that needs to be done to help create that container. In order to help you through this hard time. I think it's going to be a lot of learning about ourselves, our inner world, because of Pisces. And maybe even ask the universe while we meditate, to give us support along the way. I think meditation is that support, and is one of the steps that you may use during this time to create that container, those steps that will help create that foundation for the life you want to lead, the person you want to be. So find a spot, and we'll start meditation. Find a place that helps you feel most relaxed, where your core can release and your spine can be aligned and your shoulders can be right above your hips and back and down. Tuck your chin in and extend the back of the neck from in between the shoulders all the way up to the top of the head. And notice how that helps to release the forehead down toward the eyes. The brow lets go toward the chin. And everything else falls with it. Let the jaw open up with the mouth closed as you breathe in through the nose. Allow the tongue to sink back into the throat, away from the palate of the mouth. This will create space and help alleviate any stress in the jaw and the ear canal. Almost feeling that opening of the ear canal all the way down into the clavicles and the sides of your neck. Yourself, excuse me, breathe in through the nose and feel the breath go all the way down into the lower belly and bloating it up so much that it gravitates to the back and goes up the spine, up to the top of the head. And as you exhale, let the exhale release the forehead even further down, trickling like the skin starts to roll down to the chin, neck to the bottom of the ribs, and the belly sinks back into the spine. Just pay attention to this movement in your body as you breathe. And in silence. Notice how your shoulders release back and down further as you exhale. From the top of the neck down toward your hips, the skin releases down. And as you exhale, notice how the belly sinking back helps to release the hips. And the muscles in the legs sink down into the ground. And on your next inhalation, I want you to bring to mind the one thing that you wish you will get some clarity on the full moon into this weekend. Ask within yourself the energies that will ensue during that time for this wish. Tell yourself and the energies around that you will pay attention, you will take note, you will even write things down in the next day or two, all the way until the weekend, about things that you have noticed that have shifted, that represent an answer or a curiosity in relationship to this wish. Imagine yourself doing that now, taking out a journal. And when something provokes you, imagine yourself writing it down. Excuse me. In this journal, also find yourself writing the wish every day. And at the end of the day, writing down any reflections or thoughts or things that came to you during that day. And by Sunday, looking back at it, allowing yourself to use that information to move forward in the Venus and Virgo steps. Because next week we will tackle what that means. Breathe it in and feel the spirit in your heart open up to the possibility and probability of receiving a clear answer, maybe more than one clear answer, more ways to discover your wish. Feel that feeling in your chest, exuding this bright green vibration of excitement for this time that you believe will exist, show up. Because on Sunday you can imagine yourself looking back at all that you've received and say, wow, I know what to do now. Wow. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be great. Bring yourself back into your body as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, feel the air, your body seated in your spot or lying down. Keep that feeling of openness in your heart as we come back into this space, into this room, into now. Let it exude you, around you, throughout today and into Sunday. And on your next inhale, slowly start to move your fingers and toes. And your neck, rotate, and your shoulders. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, lift your head, It's a little bit different today, a little more energy going on in me, as you might have noticed. But what the meditation is telling you is, yes, pay attention, write it down, use that information that's coming, because it will be coming. Pay attention, write it down, look on Sunday. And I think on Sunday, Monday, you might have something that you know you need to do, and some steps that you can start to implement into your daily life. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you in the next couple days and into September. And I will do at least another video about next week about how to start to implement the information that I hope you have gathered, and how to create kind of a manifesto. Okay,